So I've spent the morning so far tidying up my veggie gardens here. Now I'm going to head down to a garden centre. So tonight I was all ready to take my camera outside. I had tripods set up, I had my long lenses all ready to go. I'd been researching the settings I needed on the A7S and on the RX100, and I've also got the Blackmagic video camera I was going to use, and I'm going to get this spectacular footage of this supermoon, red moon, blue moon, lunar eclipse thing all happening at once. That hasn't happened for 150 years and it isn't going to happen for another, I think, 19 years, somebody was saying. And the cloud came over, so the entire of New Zealand apparently can't see it because it just got cancelled due to incredible amount of interest. There's one place apparently up on the top of Hawke's Bay, which is on the east coast of New Zealand. It's the bit of New Zealand that sticks out further east than anywhere else, and my parents live there, so I'm hoping that they can see it and that they get out and grab a photo of it, but they don't have the same camera gear I've got. In the meantime, however, this is a photo that somebody else took of another red moon in 2015, just to give you a really vague idea of what it looks like. That photo's credited to Phil Walter, by the way. It's good work, Phil. Anyway, let's carry on with something else, seeing as that's not happening.
Brian Little.
Okay, so the garden centre didn't have any of the veggies I wanted, but that's okay because we went to hardware store and they had a pretty good selection there, and I got a whole pile of seeds as well. So what I'm going to do is come and do this garden bed here now, and also this one at the back. We'll go get that stuff out the car now, we'll come and plant it out, and that'll see us in veggies for the next few months, 4, 5, 6 months at least anyway. Okay, let's go grab that out the car. I also did grab the magnolia. Okay, so I'll show you what the gardens look like before we start. So as you can see, there's nothing in here at the moment. I've dug all the weeds out. There's just a couple bits of gardening equipment in there, and same up in this one. The only thing is there's a couple of rows of garlic right up the far end. Other than that, there's nothing in these gardens at all at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is just come along and give them a quick base watering and leave that for an hour, just so there's some moisture in the soil, because it's been really hot here. And then once that's done, we'll come back outside in about an hour or so, say, and we'll come and plant the veggies in here. The other thing I'm going to do in the meantime is I've gone and bought myself some good quality loppers. So I'm going to take some branches out the back here so that we can actually use a bit more of this land for lounging around in the shade, because it's been over 30 degrees centigrade here in the last couple of weeks, and that's just nuts. So the other thing that's happening today is I took a trip out to meet a friend of mine, Steph Sinclair. Okay, that was all the B-roll. Unfortunately, the meeting that I had with her was all businessy and not really something I can put on here. And by the time we'd finished, we had to rush off and get somewhere else. So I didn't get to introduce you guys to her. I will do that sometime soon. In the meantime, that's another thing that didn't quite happen today. Right up here in the sky, we're supposed to be seeing very soon a blue moon, red moon and a full lunar eclipse all happening at the same time. It's a pretty spectacular thing to happen, except it's also the first night we've had in weeks with full cloud cover. Isn't that just typical? Well, at least we did have a pretty spectacular sunset this evening. I went inside to get the camera. It didn't last very long, but I did get a photo of it. There you go. Okay, just heading out now, in the dark of course, and heading along to see what I can see outside. That's not the moon, that's my light outside the studio building. So at the moment, if anything at all, it's actually clouded over even more, which is not particularly useful. However, it is quite a nice calm night. Okay, the quick answer to that is that if I look right up high up there, I can kind of see that a slightly lighter patch in the clouds if I've got no other lights around me. But other than that, the cloud layer has actually thickened, if anything else, and just can't see a thing, sadly. Still a few hours to go until we might be able to see something, so you never know. Okay, so we eventually got the garden all planted out. I'm going to show you just quickly now a few shots of what we got done. While you're watching that, don't forget to click on the subscribe and the like and the notify bell and leave a comment below and all of that good stuff, and I will see you tomorrow.